Take the first question, please.
Mr. Lennon, we've been hearing a great deal of interpretations of your comment regarding Beatles vis-a-vis Jesus. Could you tell us what you really meant by that statement?
Your head down. I'll try and tell you. I was sort of deploring the attitude. The thing, I wasn't saying whatever they were saying. I was saying anyway. That's the main thing about it. And I was just talking to a reporter, but she also happened to be a friend of mine and the rest of us. At home, it was a sort of in-depth series she was doing. And so I wasn't really thinking in terms of PR or translating what I was saying. It was going on for a couple of hours, and I just said it as just to cover the subject, you know. And that, and it really meant what, you know, I didn't mean it the way he said it. That's amazing. It's just so complicated. It's gone out of hand, you know. But I just meant it as that the Beatles, I wasn't saying the Beatles are better than Jesus or God or Christianity. I was using the name Beatles because I can use them easier. And I was using, you know, because I can talk about Beatles as a separate thing and use them as an example, especially to a close friend. But I could have said TV or cinema or anything else that's popular, or motor cars are bigger than Jesus. But I just said Beatles because, you know, that's the easiest one for me. I just never thought of repercussions. I never really thought of it. I wasn't even thinking, even though I knew she was interviewing me, that she was going to, you know, that it meant anything.
What's your reaction to the repercussions?
Well, when I first heard it, I thought it can't be true. It's just one of those things like bad eggs in Adelaide and things. And then when I realised it was serious, I was worried stiff. You know, because I knew sort of how it'd go on, and the things that'd get said about it, and all those miserable-looking pictures of me looking like a cynic and that. And they'd go on and on and on, and it'd get out of hand, and I couldn't control it, you know. I can't answer for it when it gets that big, because it's nothing to do with me then.
A disc jockey in Birmingham, Alabama, who really started most of the repercussions, has demanded an apology from you.
He can have it, you know. I apologise to him if he's upset and he really means it. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said it, really, for the mess it made. But I never meant it as a lousy or anti-religious thing or anything. You know, and I can't say any more than that. There's nothing else to say, really. You know, no more words. But if an apology, if he wants one, you know, he can have it. I apologise to him. I think that only from what my views are, from what I read or observed of Christianity and what it was and what it has been or what it could be, it just seems to me to be shrinking. I'm not knocking it or saying it's bad. I'm just saying it seems to be shrinking and losing contact.
And we all deplore the fact that it is, you know. That's
you know,
the main
nothing
point
better seems to be replacing it, so we're not saying anything about that.
You know, and if you say something that you think may vaguely, in a way, be helpful, you know, because, I mean, you know, if it is on the decline in any way, then to say it's on the decline must be helpful.
It's really going on saying, yes, it's all fine, and yeah, we're all Christians, and we're all doing this, and we're all not doing it.
And, you know, there'll probably be a big resurgence
of
Christianity now. Might as well, yes.
Mr. Lennon, are you all Christians?
Well, we were brought up, I don't profess to be a practicing Christian. Well, I think Christ was what he was, and anybody says anything great about him, I believe. But I'm not a practicing Christian like I was brought up to be. I don't have unchristian thoughts.
Was there as much repercussion and reaction to your statements in throughout Europe and other countries of the world as there was here in America?
No. I don't think Europe heard about it. They will now. But it was just England, and I sort of got away with it there as much as nobody took offence and saw through me. Yes. And over here, it just, you know, what I said, we went the other way.
Some of the wires this morning on UPI said that Pan American had provided each of you with a free Bible.
Yeah. Well, we never saw that.
Never saw them.
No. John, that if Jesus were alive today in the physical form, not the metaphysical one, he would find Eleanor Rigby a very religious song, a song concerned with human experience and need. And I'm curious about your expression of that.
Well, I don't like sort of supposing that somebody like Jesus was alive now and pretending, imagining what he'd do. But I mean, if he was Jesus and he held that he was the real Jesus that had the same views as before, well, Eleanor Rigby wouldn't mean much to him. But if it did come across his mind, he'd think that probably.
But was it not written as an expression of the human spirit, the human will?
It was written because there are... Sorry. Go on. Yes, that's true. That's true. It was written because there are lonely people, and we
have to have another track to fill up the LP.
Anyway, what you said's right. Yeah.